Today, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Denver Broncos.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas.
Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his first pass is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Second and 15. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
This pass caught by Hamler.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Broncos at 9-5 now on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And this one is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
That pass complete to Deontay Hardy.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He's got the connection downfield to Hamler.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
KJ Hamler.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
He threw the touchdown pass on that last drive, his 20th on the year. And he'll start again here, first down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, he had to wait until December, but congrats to the rookie, his first INT.
Yeah, he's been a reliable contributor for this defense throughout the season. Definitely got a bright future and has gotten even brighter after making that play.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. His interception on that last drive set the other guys up pretty good. They had solid field position. They cashed in with a touchdown.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nice move at the 40. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Bottom line is that he is just something else as a runner, because there are not many QBs in this league who can rip off a game that big, and he did it with the defense giving him a little extra attention after he hit him on a run earlier this series.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
CD, for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage. A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception, almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. They'll look to throw again.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
K.J. Hamler
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Broncos will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown point, what a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns and run for another already in this first.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack.
That was a corner blitz, and it was Kyler Gordon getting in there for the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the deep.
Set to take over, the Broncos offense trots back out.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Shifts free at the 15.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The beautiful fake, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark. And
can't get away, and he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
2nd and long.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the 1st down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown.
Breece Hall
with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Broncos go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Deontay Hardy,
An 80-yard touchdown.
and the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Denver's offense now set to go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Broncos.
KJ Hamler
With touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Broncos are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. Two more. And Denver getting set to take the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On first down, right back to Hall.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
Here's Hall again.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. This will be caught just inside the 10.
And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently.
Well, this one provided some good drama down to the very end. That last kickoff return, for a moment thought he might break it, but in the end, they get the tackle and stop the drama.
You were starting to have more fun, weren't you?
Well, I was starting to stand up.
Yeah, you were into that one. Who knew? We thought maybe they might get that miracle finish that they were looking for. Didn't quite get it done.
So for the Broncos, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they're guaranteed now a sub-500 season as they fall to 6-9. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So for Charles.
Tonight, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Thursday Night Football on EA.
So here are the Broncos backed up to start their initial drive. To throw now in his own end zone. Rolling to his right.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. 15 yards there for number 15.
Well, Charles, did it seem like to you that maybe they were a little worried about his running prowess there? Because everybody kind of froze when he got outside the pocket, and they were able to throw it for the first down.
Absolutely, and you work all week getting ready for a game, and you know that the potential is there for him to run it, but you better take care of those receivers downfield. They can hurt you first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They'll set up a throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Broncos at 10-5 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they certainly have things humming, because if you can run up 40-plus points a game, you certainly take a lot.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots, and here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Being chased out left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. He's got Ayuk once again.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Ball again.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Breece Hall
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people...
The Broncos are about set to go on offense.
Back to throw here. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown, but incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
They'll give to Hall.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Touchdown!
Breece Hall.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Getting your back involved once the...
Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field.
On play action, they'll throw.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Harris.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage.
He had the touchdown pass on that previous drive, number 25 for him on the year. Now Hall to start the drive.
And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. 2nd and 5. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on first and second down, because that leaves them third and short.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. So we've come upon halftime here in week.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's been a fun game for him so far, but I think he tried to do just a little too much that time. Give the defense a rare win on that snap.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough, and it'll be 4th down.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this when he's made it.
So the Broncos coming out now. Back to throw. Flush to his right. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And quickly they get to the line.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
They'll run with Hall. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, if this defense has any hopes of getting back into this game, they've got to start right here and keep these guys out of the end zone. That's a good step 1 on that play.
Second and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And coming out now, the Broncos. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So it's a win here for the Broncos, and it was thanks in part to their man under center, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense, they really had no answer for many of their drives.
So for Denver, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they dipped to 5-11 now on the year. And they will look to turn it around next time out. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew.